He couldn't get it out.
He felt silence in his own home?
Yes, often. Often. I mean, he loved his wife. He loved those kids.
Yes.
And he would definitely give them his last. But in any situation in which you can't have a conversation and get resolved, it becomes one-sided. And I believe, because you asked about their relationship, I can say that there were many conversations there was no resolve. But he would always say to me, this is life, the lights are on. I'll figure it out.
A lot has been made about the NDA, that the family was asked to sign an NDA, to go to the funeral, to have the wake. What is your take about this NDA?
The NDA made my brother's life and experiences pretty much intellectual property.
The family shared a copy of the initial confidentiality agreement, which Dre says was sent by Allison's assistant 3 days after Stephen's death. It names Allison Holker, her family, and Stephen Boss as beneficiaries, and says that confidential information about their professional or business endeavors, personal lives, and any photographs, films, or videos cannot be disclosed, even in the course of casual discussions to any person or entity. In a revised version of that NDA, the Boss family and Allison's team changed the terms of the agreement from an unlimited time frame to apply only to the information learned between the time of Stephen's death and his memorial service.
It was presented to us as, we don't want pictures at the wake and funeral and things of that nature.
That's a fair request.
Two things can be true. Yeah. But if you have that in the beginning of the NDA and then in the fine print, it says all these other things that are included, that's the concern.
After the People magazine article was published, members of the Boss family and the public began reacting online. Allison Holker put out a statement in response to that backlash, saying in part that she hoped by sharing the full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Stephen. What do you say to that?
I see no accountability in that statement. I see no accountability in the fact that the family had to find out about these things in the manner that they did. And if that is what you want to convey or share to the public, bringing up someone's journal entries, that's not how you expose it. There could have been, hey, this is my experience and I want to let people know what to look for. But to use my brother's name and make it seem like he had this serious addiction problem and this sexual abuse allegation, that could have been true. That could have been true. But that isn't, I don't think that's the reason why my brother isn't here today.
You don't? Why do you think your brother isn't here today?
I think that's a question for Allison.
What are you saying, Dre?
I think she knows more than us because she was there. She knows his last known whereabouts. She knows the last conversation they had.
So the way to heal, because ultimately you want to see your grandchildren and you want to see your nieces and your nephews. So what do you do to heal this? And I'm not even saying it's all on you, but what can be done to heal this?
Extend the offer for a conversation.
Dre?
I feel like we've extended our hand the past 2 years, and there hasn't been consistency.
Extended outside of social media.
Outside, oh yes.
Yeah, outside of social media.
There's many messages and phone calls where we've been left unread or not acknowledged. So to me, it's changed behavior. Like if you make an act that shows kindness, if you embody the spirit that my brother had of kindness and love and light, give that light to his family. You want to help people, help his family heal, because we're going through it as well.